I'm Anil Kumar, and in this video I'll sketch few angles for you. You need to estimate their size and classify them, right? So let's begin. So let me start with an angle kind of like this, and here I'm showing this with that symbol. Can you estimate what is the size of this angle? Let me sketch another one for you. This time let it be kind of like this. And the angle we're talking about is this angle. Now, here is another one. That is the angle we're talking about. Now, you need to estimate the size of this angle. How about the angle shown here? Now, this time, see how I'm going to. That is the angle I want you to tell me. Okay. Now, we'll make another angle here like this, and this time I want you to tell me or estimate the measurement of this angle. Let's do one more, and this time I'll put it like this. As we add here, I'm making 90 degrees here, but I want to find the estimate of this angle. Okay, so that's the question for you. Right. So let's begin. Here it is, that symbol shows 90 degrees. Even if it may not measure to 90, if I make that symbol, it means it is 90 degrees. So this angle is 90 degrees, and we also call it by another name, which is right angle. Is that okay? Let me write out here, right angle. So right angles are the angles whose measurement is 90 degrees. This angle is less than right angle, so it is called acute angle. And as far as estimate goes, you can kind of estimate, it seems to be half of 90 degrees, maybe slightly less. So what I can say here is around 40 degrees. Is that okay? Half of 90 degrees will be 45. I estimate it to be slightly less than half of this, so 40 degrees. So to estimate, as you can see, it's better to draw a right angle and then kind of estimate. Here, since it is more than 90 degrees, clearly, it has to be an obtuse angle. Right. What do you think is the measurement of this? It seems to be 90 plus, say, 30 odd, so we can say it is 120 degrees, approximately. That's our estimate. Right. Now, in this case, it is a straight line, right? So it is a straight angle. Measurement of this is 180 degrees. Now, you will see a difference. That is a direction which is counterclockwise. So these angles, we have a direction which is counterclockwise. And here I have purposely made them clockwise. Right? Now, for some students who are still in middle school, this counterclockwise and clockwise does not make sense. For them, angle is always positive. But for some students who are in high school, that makes a lot of sense. So if you are in high school, then clockwise means negative angles, and counterclockwise means positive angles. Okay, so we are not writing any sign. That means they're all positive, right? So if you are in high school, in that case, this angle should be written as minus 180. So I'm writing in red. If you are in middle school, forget about this. Okay, forget about this. Okay, now let's get to the next one. We are seeing that big angle. Now this big angle definitely is more than 180 degrees, right? That is 180 straight line. So this will be called as a reflex angle. Correct? What do you think is the measurement of this? Now this is 360 minus that. So let us assume this to be 30 degrees. So we could say it could be 360 degrees. 360 is full circle minus 30 degrees. So my estimate is 330 degrees. Right. Now, if you are in high school, And sometimes you may be required to write negative sign just to show that this is clockwise direction in which we are measuring. Correct? Okay. The last one here is how much? Can you tell me that? Okay. So it is full circle less 90 degrees. That means 90 degrees, right? So it is 360 degrees, take away 90 degrees, and that makes it 270 degrees. And again, the same concept. Clockwise means negative, so you may write negative. Okay. So that is an estimate. You can always measure them using a protractor, right? So, for example, here's the one. So you can always measure your angles and check your estimate. Let that be an exercise for you. So you can draw some angles just as I did, and then classify them by their name, right? And find their measurements using a protractor. Now here are a few practice questions for you, right? So you should tell me the names of these angles, and let us say the first one is here like this. And we want to estimate how much is this angle, right? Since it is counterclockwise, it will be positive. Now I'll give you all positive angles. I don't want to really confuse you with this. Okay, so now here is another angle. Now see, I'm drawing the same thing kind of, right? Similar thing. But the angle which I want you to figure out is this angle. How much is this angle, right? That is the angle. And now the last diagram for you is kind of like this. Okay, and what you need to do is measure the angle from here to there, right? So that is the angle which I would like you to classify as, right? So what are these angles? What is their measurement? And what is a name which you can give to these angles? Okay, so that is what you need to tell me. I hope that helps. Thank you and all the best.